What up, solo viewer? Try to use my computer to get some shit done and make it a little bit better presentation, and of course, needs to upgrade like everything else under the sun. Oh, you haven't used it in a week? Upgrades, upgrades. What the hell are you upgrading? Like it's 30 kilobytes sometimes. Like that's not even really a file. What the fuck are you doing? That's whatever. Today was pretty funny. Somehow the computer or one of the managers misordered and got us 48 master cases of register receipt rolls, which equates to about 3/4 of a pallet full of products, space in the warehouse. Not to mention it's more than you could probably go through in 2 years, 3 years time period for one store. I mean, the most we get before was 7 cases before Christmas time. But I'm gonna play some music for a bit. It's audible. I own the rights, so kiss my anus. Get that shit. What you doing, girl? Do not knock my coffee over and kick you out. What's up, Cha-Cha? Get that thing. Get in there. Get in there. Get it. Get it. Get that mouse. Hear it. Get it. Get that thing. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it, Brenda. Get it. Get it. Get the bad mouse. Get that thing. Raw. Mice are the devil. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I've always found religion to be fascinating. Ideas such as how people act on their beliefs. Pro-lifers murdering doctors. Pro-lifers murdering people. Yeah, it's irony on the base level, but I like that. I mean, it's real basic irony, but still, you can get a hoot. It's a hoot. It's a fucking hoot. I can kill your ass. That's what fundamentalism breeds, though. No irony. So you take the word literally. Fundamentalism. Well, once again, recommend a healthy dose of psilocybin mushrooms. 3 weeks ago, two of my friends and I went to a ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, and took what Terrence McKenna calls a heroic dose. 5 dry grams. Let me tell you, our third eye was squeegeed quite cleanly. Wow. And I'm glad they're against the law. You know what happened when I took them? I lay in a field of green grass for 4 hours going, my God, I love everything. The heavens parted, God looked down and rained gifts of forgiveness onto my being, healing me on every level, psychically, physically, emotionally. And I realized our true nature is spirit, not body, that we are eternal beings, and God's love is unconditional. There's nothing we can ever do to change that. It is only our illusion that we are separate from God or that we are alone. In fact, the reality is we are one with God and He loves us. Now, if that isn't a hazard to this country, you see my point. How are we going to keep building nuclear weapons? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to the arms industry when we realize we're all one? It's going to fuck up the economy. The economy that's fake anyway. Which would be a real bummer, you know. You can see why the government's cracking down on the idea of experiencing unconditional love. It's interesting that 2 drugs that are legal, alcohol and cigarettes, 2 drugs that do absolutely nothing for you whatsoever. And drugs that grow naturally upon this planet, drugs that open your eyes up to make you realize how you're being fucked every day of your life. Those drugs are against the law. Wow. Coincidence? I don't know. I'm sure their motives are pure. But isn't that great? Mushrooms grow on cow turds. I love that. I think that's why you giggle the first hour. It's growing cow turds! Heaven is in a cow's butt! I know where heaven is. Where? In a cow's ass! Oh my God. Lift me up out of this illusion, Lord. Heal my perception, and I know only reality and only you. Stuff like that. I took mushrooms and went to Astro World, and I had a really bad time. You're a moron.
Nikki, what up?
They are sacred. Go to nature. It's to be on the black dragon tripping. I would fucking be puking, man, about 50 yards.
What's up, Brenda? How's everybody doing tonight? Good, I hope. Trying to figure out moderators. There you go, guys. I'm on the PC. I had to empty my phone out again. Holla at me. It was a hot day today. I probably spent at least 10 minutes in the cooler. Somebody spilled a gallon of milk, and I was so happy to go in there and mop it up because it was melting time. I didn't clock in till 2. It was just roasting. But I did well. I managed to get some extra done. Maybe they'll actually promote me this go around. You never know. I'm efficient and I bust ass, so I'm not going to beg for it. If they offer it to me, I'm down. But I won't feel bad either way. I don't mind working in any capacity. I think tomorrow I'll take the boy and go to the beach and have a picnic or something fun. Like the park was okay, but there's just nobody around to interact with. So thinking maybe taking skimboarding on his little skimboard. He'll probably watch me bust my ass is more accurate. I don't know if anybody's checked into the stuff I was talking about the other day, the apophenia. But it's like all kinds of chaos was unleashed apparently. But like the more I study into it, the more I'm seeing it being used to trick people in a sense. Not anyone I personally know, but like people I've seen out and about in public. Like you can tell, like the Karens, pretty much. I'll summarize it that way. That's a good example of one expression of the disorder. Because once you can identify what's going on, then you can fix it. Had some crazy dude whipping his ding dong out today. That's always a treat. Some other dude was like twacked out. And they kept calling all the guys up in the store one by one to the front. And then they call me and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Where all these people got to go up to front at one time. And they're like, yo, can you make this guy leave? And I'm like, y'all can't? There's 3 of y'all. So I got it, whatever. I'm like, yo, bounce. He's like, I can't find my bag, guys. I'm like, manager says no, he got to go. And like he forgot what I said like 2 seconds later and just started walking anyway, but still had to trail him out and make sure he got off the property. Which is weird. They make you follow them and do all that, but you can't chase them to apprehend them if they stole something. So I can escort them off the property. I have that authority or whatever you want to call it to do that, but not defend people from those people if they get violent. Because then it's an insurance issue, liability. It's just bizarre world. What's up, Brenda? You need some attention, Chubbo. You missed the boy too, huh? Little guy's with his mama tonight, having another sleepover. Meow. He likes it. They always go out for a good lunch, have an adventure. Trying to plot a trip to San Diego to go to the tourmaline mine where you pay 25 bucks and you can just dig all day and whatever you find you can keep. And it's pretty awesome. It gets the kid something to do. He gets to feel like a little archaeologist. Gives us exercise and fresh air. Lots of positive. Plus a bunch of tourmaline. You never know. You could uncover the big one. Like the big quartz pieces I always show is actually one giant lump at one point. I dug it up like I'd say 100 yards from the National Forest border in the hills by Los Padres National Forest. And I had to hike with this fucking stone like 2.5 miles back to my friend's farm because they have a huge sprawl. But it was like, it started off like an 85-pound chunk of quartz. The biggest one they got is like, shit, it's like the size of my TV stand. There's a lot of minerals out there. They just don't know how to look. But I've been reading and watching videos and all that shit, and I try it out. When Uncle Bill was up there, he would check it out. And he found a couple interesting things. I still need to get back with the natives up there though, because they got huge artifacts. And every time I've gone there to find him, he's been out and about. It's like Red Wolf and Blue Turtle, I think. But they're a couple of old guys. They're probably only in their 50s, but like their wisdom level, you can just feel the power surge from them when they come near. I feel like I got some of their artifacts to give back. I couldn't get their headdress back for them for one day. That's another story. Another time. Today started off pretty fun. I got up earlier than my alarm because I got a phone call because somebody on Facebook was rude to baby mama. And I didn't catch it as such. I just saw like the one comment and just replied to that. And I was asleep after that point. But then I woke up and she was pretty steamed. And when I saw the other stuff that was written, I was like, yikes. So it was understandable. But damn. But it wasn't really an argument, so that was good. We didn't really get heated. Like we don't argue or fight. And we're really good about sharing time with the guy. And grandma and grandpa get the time, like everything's cool. Love, love, love. That's the way you raise good, solid citizens. Tolerance, love, understanding, compassion, and lead by example. If you make a mistake, tell the kid, hey, I just made a mistake, and this is what I did, and this is how I'm going to fix it. And you educate them. People like, my kid's so smart, he can operate this device and that device. Well, then why aren't you teaching him logic? Why aren't you teaching him psychology so he can get through the shit before it ever happens to him? Give him the real weapons and armor, the power of reality, the ability to block mind control, deprogram yourself before you're ever filled up with nonsense and indoctrination or any of it. Or you get the hard way where you just get the shit knocked out of you. Your brain dumps everything and you relearn it all. You just learn it in a positive, peaceful way. You don't understand fully how your old existence was because your new existence is radically different. And at times it peeks through, but it's like an old shirt you used to own, pops up in your closet and you're like, I thought I threw that away. So don't really worry about it. You're not down to wear it anymore, so it's just like fuck you. Eventually the moths will just eat it and you won't even care. Not smoking crack and shit with my cigarette now. I've never smoked crack. I've never wanted to, and I probably never ever will. I think I'll give it all the artwork too. I'd be like, hey Joel, take this box of stuff. Go prosper. He's pretty good at bartering. And like the trippier art, he does sometimes he'll get some money out of it. And other times he'll just be like, hey, I got this cool knife, or I got just a couple of bomb lighters, or just whatever. And to me, it's like cool because I spend $4 or $5 on a canvas. It's like $10 and you got paint for a month. So I just enjoy doing it. I don't really do it to make shit out of it or off of it. I just like having interesting stuff to look at. And people out here don't seem to, well, at least, I won't say everybody, but at least in this area, like it's a lot of old people. So there's not a lot of art taking place. But they don't hate on me, which is good. They all get to know me and I let them eat off my fruit trees. I will. Because there's no way me and the boy can eat all the figs and all the mulberries. I'm allowed to grow the banana taller somehow. Like I've been arching the branches and tying them into semicircles so I can get fuller, thicker branches while not exceeding the height limitations or the roof line limitations. It's like an HOA, but worse. Look at the shiny dot on my forehead. It's like God's gonna snipe me with a finger gun. God's finger gun would work. American flag, it's so proud and bold, right? But just threw away like a box of 500, 600 of them yesterday or today. It all seems like one day. But I was like, so why not just save them instead of sending them landfill? Because we have other shit stored. It's not even worth storing. She's like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's like, okay, don't complain about pollution. If you're gonna willy-nilly throw good product into the trash. Not that I want a bunch of American flags, because no. We used to have lots of different cool pictures of stuff, flags that I used to do, but a lot of them got banished from the internet. Like when I was like 21, I would get like a couple of things Jim Beam and just get lit up. And it had like the Easy Rider American flag helmet. And it had these vicious snowboarding goggles. And then I made a flag, American flag, into a cape and pajama bottoms and like shoes. And I would just skate around fucking P Town, retarded drunk. And like the cops wouldn't even fuck with me. They would just look at me and just watch me go by, hooting and hollering and fucking grinding curbs and shit. Crazy days. Crazy days living in a crazy village. This neighborhood's pretty decent. I like it. Santa Clara wasn't too bad though. But to live there, I'd have to find a nicer place to want to move. But I don't want to move anytime soon. That'd be nuts. In this economy, I was gonna watch The Stand Part 2. I still might. 1:30. Yeah, we'll see. 4 hours. It was ridiculous how many things they had that were programming for COVID. People dead in their cars with masks on. That wasn't even a thing back when that movie was made, so they can't even say shit. Not even China people were doing that back in the day. That didn't come about till the late 90s when the orange smog was a super issue in Asia, China, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Other Europe. Heat wave in this bitch. Everything's remote controlled. Except me. If I had a tether, it was severed. If I had a tether, it was severed. Never, ever again will I be tethered. But I digress. Uh-huh. No time. I think I want some juice. Coffee's just not kicking it right now. Oh, some shitty iced tea. There's no way I'm taking the time to boil water this time of night in this heat. I'll make sun tea tomorrow. That'll suffice. But for now, I got a bottle of tea. That's cool for me. Tea. Down to like one whole pack of 4 smokes. Since they don't sell them in California anymore, deciding I'll try to quit. I've never really tried before because it's never been a thing. Hopefully it won't be too hard or too bad. Like I've gone a couple of days here and there without, just because I ran out of cash sometimes after bills, but it didn't seem to stress too bad. So I think once it's done and there's no option, then it's more realistic because there's no option. I mean, I can get mail and shit like that. Then what? I'd rather take it and invest it in something or someone. Or, I don't know. I got to have a meeting with Sriracha tomorrow. Shout out Russian Connection. I mean, fucking. She's talking about moving away because the place where he rents, the landlord's going to sell and move, retire, and all that good stuff to go to Florida. So I'm going to try to talk him into living at Beverly's. Then he could run the grow and live on site and make sure the shit's right and tits and legits. Make sure there's no shenanigans, people walking in and pinching shit, being like, oh, I like this, snip. And none of that nonsense. It's called night out security, bitch. But I digress. Cameras are easily fooled because the people that make them are easily fooled. Everyone says, as above, so below. Well, as below, so below. AI can only be as smart as the humans collaborating to program it. All the programs are along the same lines. Yeah. I have good vision. I squint a lot because I have light sensitive eyes. So I always wear shades outside. Except on those rare occasions when it's a really nice gray day. Unlike those days. Because I don't have to wear glasses. I can be outside looking normal like other people instead of Terminator shades. Because none of the other shades fit my fucking melon head. You're goddamn ridiculous, Jenkins. We need someone to address this issue right away. The committee is out at the moment. Tonight we got some Barry White. Blah, 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 blah. And some Mac Daddy. Fire Industries. This Barry White. He's the shit. I was forgetting things earlier. Like, what did I just get off the couch to do? Like, I don't know. Let's sit back down. I still don't know. I can find a damn. What do I need? I need a courier. And then I can get a lift to LA tomorrow. I need to meet up with Homeware. Get some love on that end. Get Project B started. If anybody's curious and looking for something to dig into investment wise in a month or two, I'll show them some pictures as they're available. But I have previews from my boy in another part of another place in man, I saw and I was like, just perfect specimens. If you don't know what I mean, grow the fuck up. Can't be giving you titty your whole life. Super, what up, man? I'm also squinting because the writing's way over there. Whatever. What you up to today, man? Can you blame me? Dude? Look at this stuff. Like that's pure good CO2 goodness.
This I can. What it do?
What up, man?
What's arbitrary in this mud?
Trying to escape the heat. Not as bad as the East Coast. It's
You
like
must be
shirt.
on. You must be on vacation, man.
Nah, just one day.
Oh,
Big week was 2 days off. Sick.
what you smoking on?
I got Barry White. That's the clear one I just showed you. I got
How much do a little tube like that cost?
20 a G.
And that's a G right there. That comes in that little lip balm thing.
Sometimes they come with 3 containers, and sometimes they come like in the one bars. Extra, like there's a lot of product left in the so I'm Hebrew with it. Soak them and get all the free stuff around from people who are unable to. Yeah.
What's this dot floating on your screen?
I think it's my light back there.
Let me find out you got a little arbitrary spirit hovering over you. Cause that kind of look like that picture you sent me of the sun.
Right? That was crazy.
Mhm.
I've never seen cloud like that. Was like how the movies do when the clouds just gather up out of nowhere. It was like that quick. So I can see like time lapse between. I swear it was 3 minutes.
Mm,
And it wasn't a lens flare because it was visible without changing the spectrum or saturating the color.
Where's the young Max?
He's at mom's house having fun, sleeping over there. He's coming back, and all I got to do tomorrow, unless I do it later tonight, and I think we can go to the beach. I want to do something fun.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to plan me a little vacation. I might slide to New Orleans, go see my boy Kurt, the Bronze King.
Yeah.
But I'm about to start school next month, so I
What you
want to
going
try.
for?
I'm gonna go get my HVAC certification.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, found a good little school not too far from here. It's gonna be 11 and a half months. And most of my jobs I worked in the past been like facility maintenance jobs, and I could have made a lot more if I had my certification. So
It's going to give you an apprenticeship as well, so you're already time toward.
yeah, they gonna have some jobs already lined up. They already got a bunch of companies that they do, like I think Lennox is one, and
Is air serve down there?
who's that?
Air serve?
Air Serv is one of them. It's like they got a list of like 10 different good companies that they can push
I
you out
worked for
into.
air serve back in like 2001, 2002. Worked for like a year and a half. Like I was learning, I had to wait until the next round came up for apprenticeship. So I was going to apprentice in the heating, cooling, and also, but I got beat by a guy because he was so popular. It would have taken him over me too. So they're like, why do you? I'm like, it's good work, it's steady. It's fucking why not get good bucks? And then this guy gets up and he's like, everyone in my family tree has been a plumber for the last 50 years. I'm supposed to be heating and cooling.
Whole family full of shit slangers.
Yeah, so they gave him the slot, which that's cool.
Favoritism sucks.
I was just trying to get legitimized because I literally plumbed for 6 or 7 years before I got new plumbing, repairs, you name it, I did it. School, jackhammer through asphalt, didn't take a fucking 8 inch.
Man, plumbers make that bread, dog.
Yeah,
It's crazy because the school I'm going to, they offer plumbing, welding, HVAC, and
learn it
cosmetology.
all, man. All of it
Yeah,
comes in handy.
yeah, I'm gonna try and get in some of them welding classes too. So I figured I'd go and just get certified in something that I could use, both in the job and in life.
I still got my textbooks.
The ultimate
I took
plumber.
it in college. It was an easy grade. They're like, hey, you could take plumbing and heating cooling class. That's it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, cool. That's an easy grade.
Hmm.
I didn't even made a C just by taking the test. But yeah, that's cool, dude. If you get that rolling, you'll be making bucks because you'll start out clocking like 23 bucks, maybe even more. The rates like for like what I'm.
Yeah. I really wanna. I really just want to get in corporate with it. Get in a corporate building and be like the head facility,
Yeah,
um, fucking supervisor. Like my first facility job, I was working at Fossil corporate building. I was just a technician. But like the dudes I was under, like they was making almost 30, 40 bucks an hour. Yeah, just to oversee stuff, and they never really had to fix nothing because those rich companies like Fossil, they contract work, so you just really gotta plan preventative maintenance, and then for the big stuff, you just call in a contractor.
Hells yeah. I used to love that gig. My wife worked at the heating and cooling place on the East Coast. And anytime they had ceiling repair or a roof patch or anything like that, she would call up people I was smoke it. She would approve whatever charge I sent. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be 500. Okay, cool. She was paying for it without even tripping and sweat it. It was kind of shady, but whatever. That was her deal.
You
The
gotta do
most
what you
we made
gotta
an
do.
hour was 5K.
What you say about 5K
Like that's the most profit I've made per hour.
per hour?
Yeah, because I sold a couple of pounds, and it took like a half hour for the guy to go drive it out, half hour to come back with the loot.
Slinging them P's, them
Kind of,
LBs.
it's legitimate because I work at collective. Like I have a stack of paper that thick that I have to fill out every other year. Dealing in some have licenses to smoke it, and now that everything's legal, like it's not anybody over 21 paid and everything's as
Mhm.
long as keep it under a certain number of people qualify like a charity, so I don't have to really tax anybody. I just can't really profit off of it either anymore, so I just don't. But I will refer people to the super cool that I will do. Okay. Is Kirk in the house?
Kurt or the Chatty Patty.
Chatty Patty Patty.
Chatty Patty Kirk in the chat.
He got that chatty, chatty.
Kirk just a Chatty Patty.
Kirk Cobain.
Bronze King.
Chops Bronze.
Mask Off King.
Bronze Chopper.
Digression Exposure.
The Lone Wolf. Did you get my message the other night, Progressive?
What'd you say?
I tried sending him a message the other night, but I don't know if he saw it or responded to it. Then when I saw Raphael's screen, it seems like everybody saw the other night.
Raphael Flat Plane TV. Shout out to that king.
Yes, yes. Maybe it's good quality video. Shame.
Mm-hmm.
Little school project. I don't need to make it look all super professional.
Shit, I've been wanting to go live every day since I got my little layout from Cyphers, but I've been caught up in arbitrary.
Just gotta get an arbitrary bank account so I can start setting everything up. Gotta get the internet set up. Gotta get.
I
That's fine.
I I arbitrarily love the cream because cash rules everything around me. Dollar bill, y'all.
Diversify your bonds. Super.
I might have to get back on my job search though, cause this unemployment is trickling down.
Are you on Indeed.com?
I am. I be filling out apps all the time, but
Did you
I
do
get
the what do they call
FEMA.
them? The tests? They have
No.
like They have skill evaluation tests that you can take, like proficiency tests, and then it has those scores and adds it into your resume. So like, they can get a sense. Okay, this guy's really intelligent.
I didn't know that.
And they'll send you different job listings and better ones.
I need to check that out so I can just cheat on the test.
Well, no, you don't even have to cheat. I mean, you're not retarded to be able to see what's going on with tests. Like, okay, that's it. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Like, it's only set up to trick people that overthink stuff. Everybody else is just
My man Kirk, you got a lot of aliases. You got more than Hexa can't.
I don't know.
Young Scuba, young Scuba Steve.
I miss having this happy or whatever the hell. That was because like you would do your back in the, you know how people used to have their little radio stations that they do, like little podcast sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
like between the people DJing, so like the rock stations every now and again, like searching for amateur rock. Hey, can you hear me? Sure. Like, y'all are gonna get something interesting, but I will do it. The old days. That's kind of cool. And talking to you all at once.
What you smoking on them black cats?
John Black Clove cigar.
Yeah, I used to smoke those.
I used to smoke the Jakartas, and then I used to
Mm-hmm.
the Johns that came in the big red metal tin.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
But shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to go ahead and finish with my digression. I had just rolled over. I seen you was live, had to come through, show some love.
Right on, man. Thank you for stopping by.
For
Thanks for
sure.
checking pictures on Instagram. Any
This
graphics
I
you see or anybody like PC pictures you want to use with graphics, feel free to snap them up. Dude.
that's a bet.
Yeah, like I've got all sorts of phenomenon. Usually I'll comment what pictures of, or if I don't know, I'll ask. I got a lot of weird sound effects and wind effects that it's crazy shit. Yeah,
Man, I went on a little bike ride today because I just got a bike last week.
all right on.
Man, it's crazy. I seen so much stuff. I seen these homeless people fighting. I seen this dude who had pounds of weed in his like van, looked like a U-Haul van. He sideswiped this one dude, and then they pulled over right in front of me. Then he drove off, and like when he got out the car, he dropped like a whole half a pound on the ground of weed, and then like he went and ran up on the dude like he's finna hit him, and like to intimidate him because the dude he hit looked like he was like Italian or Saudi Arabian or some shit like that. Like he didn't really speak English, and once he noticed that, he just hopped back in his van and took off. It was crazy. It looked like one of those Mercedes Sprinters that he was
Right.
in. Hell yeah. So shit, I'm finna go ride my bike every day this week. I need to get a GoPro so I could just be like arbitrary bike rides with Super. Post them on the page.
So I'd give you cameras. I got bunches of cameras. GoPros, button cams.
What they sell those at your job?
My mom orders stuff from the Wish app. Like she discovered Wish app as soon as she started getting Social Security because she really doesn't have much to spend it on except me and my brother and my kids. But she only gets really bad stuff back. So she's like, "Hey, do you want this? You want that?" And I'm like, "You just want to buy stuff."
Yeah. Which dude got the gadgets for the cheap? It just takes so long to come. But I'm about to
She'll get
go
it
ahead
like
and
two for
hop
ones
in.
and stuff like that. And all the extra stuff she gets, she sends it to me. I got speakers, Bluetooth speakers, headphones. I could start a little with all the shit I have.
Well, that's a bet, fam. I'm gonna holler at you later, dog. I'm gonna digress in fashion.
All right, man. Have good dreams.
Oh yeah.
Check you later for Wednesday. Woo-hoo. Super Sense Day 1. If you're not a subscriber, what the hell's your excuse? It's good, man. Good information. Strong member of the Wrench Gang. Here on Channel DMN. Oh. There you go. Just dropped his link. Feel free to check him out. I'm down Kirk Washington. Subscribe to him too. He's been on a powerful roll. We wish him Godspeed. Continue downhill like a snowball of truth. Just pow, pow, pow. Taking down trees of ignorance. Skiers that won't get out of the way. All them assholes trying to ski uphill. I skate uphill. That's where I'm. Excuse me. I know what you're thinking, but no, that's not it at all. There's no motivation of evil or untoward coming from my being at any moment of any time. I don't need to operate at such capacities. I don't operate in the shadows. I don't know if anybody thinks I do. Sorry. What's up, Psychos in the house? Put that link across it. Way loud. Oh, God damn. I feel sorry for Cyprus because I know LA is like 30 degrees hotter than it is up here in the cools. I think it was 94 here today, 96. when you're not conditioned for it anymore. Brutal. I don't even know how I used to go and do the garden in Tarzana. I'd get up at like 5, catch the train to Chatsworth. Then like the metro would drop me off the bus, and then it was like a 2 mile skate to the shop. And then some of them days where it's like 116 degrees. Like, thankful most of the trip back to the bus stop was downhill. But man, what you guys up to in Patty Town? Chatty chatties. Anything interesting? Good stuff. Any questions? Digression? Anything at all? Feel free to come up, chit chat, holler at me, tell me I'm boring. Anything? Just some kind of adult entertainment. Bored out of my skull. Fucking Barry White. I hope they don't run out of this shit before Friday. Dude. Dude. Shit. I actually have an AC unit, but you're not allowed to have window AC units here anymore. And they don't explain why. They just decided no. And until I get I need like one room here. I need the ceiling light rewired to get the power back up to snuff to get an indoor AC unit. Joel has like 2 open for me, just sitting there, cleaned up, ready to go. Just can't support the power going through the wires till I get that fixed. It's just been a bad priority. Switch up to man. Chatty Patty, you come up. What's going on? What's the word? Is Truth safe up there? I saw a thing that said there's large fire in San Fran. Like, can't remember if it was late last night or at lunchtime. I don't know if it seemed like it was near his area on the east side. Hopefully it doesn't affect him. It's insane. Try heat. It's crazy hot out here, but everybody else is going fucking bananas with the evil. Oh. Jack and the Yattering is actually a fable. It was an episode of Tales from the Dark Side. It's basically about this guy named Jack, whatever his last name was, Titty Head. I don't know. But he had his little house and it was Christmas time, and his grown up daughter came to visit, and he had this Yattering trying to torment him. And it's basically like this little midget with red paint, horns, like a little tiny centaur or a pen or whatever you want to call it, the little goat man. And he's going around breaking dude's shit and starting fires and making the food go rotten and just every vile thing you can think of he's doing to fuck with the dude. And every time shit happens, dude, it's just like, oh well, this is how it has to be. It's how it has to be. It's just no big deal. And the daughter's like, this is bad. She's trying to focus on the negative of it. And he's just like, yeah, life's life. Sometimes your dishes fall off the shelf. Christmas tree catches fire, things of that nature. And like, he was a good man, so he wasn't giving in. But then the Yattering just pushed too far and broke the rules and revealed himself. And that's when Jack had him. Because the Yattering didn't know that Jack's mom was deep into some shit and taught him everything she knew. So even though he was a good man, he knew full well how to deal with that evil. And then once he had the thing enslaved, he called the terms of the bargain. And after that, he had a little midget guy serving him Christmas turkey and fixing all the shit that he broke, like a little devil handyman. It's hilarious, but it was a good moral. I almost wish it was the morning right now because I'm ready to go to the beach. Might even break my rule and go swimming. I don't know, the water's always so cold. It seasons my shit. Last time I got in the pool, it was so cold, and when I got out, I was like, looked like a mummy. So I keep that. I haven't really watched the news. I refuse to believe the news until I see the payroll taxes actually suspended. If that actually comes to pass, then I'll say, okay, the news is reporting something factual for once. Mac Daddy time. Mac Daddy. So sweet. Holy shit. It is hot. I don't get it either. It's like they say, stay hydrated, right? So try not to drink as much coffee, not drinking soda. I've been switching to like tea and fruit juices, but it's like that shit makes me feel thirsty as a motherfucker, dude. I don't get it. I thought this would be, like tea and water and all that shit are better and supposed to hydrate me more. I don't know. Max drinks the shit like it's going out of style. He just kills 2 liters, not 2 liters, St. Canada, 2.5 gallons of water twice a week, all by himself. He's a little thirsty camel. I miss the little guy terribly, but Mama's got to get her time and love with him too. So is she. 50-50, nice and nice. Good shit. Good stuff. If it wasn't so damn hot, maybe I will anyway. Thought about painting my hallway tonight. His room's a nice shade of green, so it's okay, but the hallway. It's a long story. But basically, I had artwork like I used to have, how the paintings are in the background. It continued on, whatever the painting was, it continued on to the wall and went into the hallway and all over the whole wall and ceiling surface. And like, dude didn't like it. It's like, what the hell? They're destroying my house. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, it's her house. It's not destroyed, it's just paint. So like, we're like, fuck it. We just painted the walls black out of just to be a dicks. I just haven't got around to painting over it yet. But I do have paint for it, so I'll probably invest 30 minutes in that project. Yeah, I don't have anything else to do other than dick around on here with the quiet chatty patty squad. Like I'm not a mind reader and I don't know what everybody's thinking. And I'm just not saying because it's disappointing to think that anybody would think that about me or anything like that because that's not me at all. But I'm not going to go into it at this point. Do some dabs, chillax. Sin free is the way to be. I did my duty. Sitting there bored and happened to see, like, when the thumbnails are scrolling by and you post captions on the preview. That's when I saw Chop's name come up. So I was like, well, let's investigate. And I sent him a message saying, hey, check it out. I didn't even know what had happened prior to that. Like, I was working, I missed out on all that shit. So I didn't even know about any of that. So I was trying to hear more about that. But I didn't want to sit there slandering everybody. But it's like hard to tell sometimes see what she's talking about. But then at the same time too, you got to see who was on her little team of bees, which was kind of that. I was like, fuck, man, these are people like y'all come in and you're like, hey, hi, and then you're gonna go and do that shit and call yourselves that. Fuck you. It's whatever. Anybody knows me knows how I am. And they know I ain't no fucking fraudulent motherfucker. Back it up. There's a slogan for everybody. Back it up or pack it up. Digital to go to work. Seeing the cats climb down my guitar. These high strings are radically out of whack. Kick ass, man. I wish I had Hexican here. I'd send him over to check it out, but he accompanied Max. I don't know why that sounds wrong. Fucking digital thing, but I know that's what. See, I knew it. Fucker. I still have never found my way. Saturday. Turn that back. And if I can remember my Google password, then probably hook up the laptop so I can run with that. Be right back. I gotta take a piss. roasty toast. Man, man. Top Gun. Yay! Warfare. Innocent mothers and children bombed because the coordinates were incorrect. I'll sit on your little stool like a bird. I'm a little British bird. Color song, goddamn it. Have a big phoenix on my leg. One of these days I'll finish calling it. Yellow just doesn't really take well, so I've been trying to come up with a blend of yellow that'll show on my skin, but not be so orange as to make fire indistinguishable with any other shades. You know what I mean? Sad, sad hot. Scheist. Arbitrary sweat. Excuse-moi. Top it on whenever he's staring at my man titties. And now I don't have any suntan. Usually when I'm outdoors and fucking around, don't want to get eaten up by bugs. So that's that. Let's see what's cracking up. Oh, yeah, I could update my SoundCloud with some different nonsensical nonsense. Maybe some new pictures. I need to get Dingbat over here tomorrow to get my stupid disk drive fucking reinstalled. Hey, I'm gonna take your shit out of your computer. Like, yo, you took it out. Well, I don't know which device driver fucking do. But I digress. Shibawama. Get a little fresh air from this bitch. Got voicing the kicks to it. 4 pounds. 30 like it. I got a new mask with his head. That can be super cool when I conform. Yay! Freedom! Hi! Freedom! Freedom, comrades! Freedom! In Mother Russia, Americans get booted in face with steel boot. Nah, I'm just kidding. See, maybe the skull. Oh, that's a good one. There, now it's like I'm the captain of the COVID ship. Welcome to my cruise ship. Don't let the Lord get you, and the good Lord split you or hit you. Nah, fuck that on. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. That's what I was thinking of. It's just so hot this week. My brain is cooked like a fucking pie. I didn't even smoke before work. Like I did one bong hit. And then I was just like, well, that's too hot. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Figured I'd try these masks out because you can disable the shit. Bam! Hexicans over at Mama's house with the boy. I'm just chillaxing. Being bored. Jesse lagged and hung out, so like pretty much when I went on, nobody else was on, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go on, entertain everybody, such as it is. You know what I mean? It's just so hot. See, I got the cat to entertain me, one of them. Little Brenda, what are you doing? Hey, hey you. Hey, what's up? Say hello. That's right. I guess you could call it a paracat. I don't know. She's more excited when I come home from work or if we go on a walk. And meows it a lot louder, like, because then she knows it's time for food. And that always gets everybody in good spirits, especially if they're hangry. Digressive arbitrary hunger. The Snickers don't satisfy. Like, fuck, unless you're a 2-year-old. I got a man-sized appetite because I'm a grown-ass man. I eat 2 packs of noodles, baby. and seasoning. I don't give a fuck about my blood pressure. Her name is Brenda Wilson, and she's a paralegal. Bob's in here too. Bob is a state inspector. He checks local irrigation, makes sure drainage canals are running smoothly and free of debris. And if not, heads will roll. Bob does not fuck around. A lot of people accused him of getting the job by sleeping with the secretary of the big guy, but no, Bob got it through hard work and dedication. And most of all, moxie. Oh. At least the shatter's nice and gooey versus trying to scoop it out and it cracks and you're like, oh my god, there goes $10 across the room. Or like I've done before, I've gone into work with like a chunk of wax stuck to my forehead or to my shirt. People are like, what's that? And I'm like, oh shit, that's a dab. But then I just throw it on a cigarette. That's a good travel tip too. If you're ever going across country and you need to get high or just want to get high on some smoke, take a little tiny jar and put some dabs in it and a safety pin. And then you just get some of that and smear it on your cigarette. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. And then you got a little sneak attack kicking. Nobody's the wiser. Hey, that smells funny. Well, it's a clove cigarette. What do you expect? It doesn't smell like your American scum cigarettes with 99 additives, fruits and flavors and such. Hypnotizing the birds just licking themselves. Bob's like behind her on the couch like a shadow, doing the same shit. Nothing. One of them was a good kitty today and got another mouse. So of course Max had to pick it up. God, no. Go scrub your hands. We wanted to make a specimen of it, but we didn't have alcohol, so I couldn't do it. He's such a little science guy. Love him to death. As long as he doesn't get his head smashed like me, he'll do A-okay in this world. Brain damage is a large setback to my story. But I overcame it. I haven't succeeded fully, but I haven't failed yet. It's just continual progress. As long as continuous progress is made, I'm satisfied and content with life and existence. So far, so good. Still paddling. Mm. Gotta let the cats out. Cough, cough, cough. Fuck. Red. God damn it. I guess.
Wayne's World.
What up, man?
What up?
Oh, she's
No.
gotten big. Is that
Right.
one or two of them?
That's 4 of them.
All of them?
It's 4. Only one more is in the cage, but you know,
Which one's the thick one? She's way thicker.
her,
Yeah.
Libra. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. The thick part of her. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And Yahtzee's the second one, which is about the same. But the thing is, she's 2 months older than him.
Huh.
And Yahtzee, he was born at the end of December, which was born in the same month as Yahtzee. So he's of course the next size after. And you know, the baby girl, Isis, you know, she's stuck in, yeah, the white one, she's stuck in here somewhere. There she go. Hold on. There she go.
They're probably loving all this heat.
Oh yeah, they loving it.
This
I
active.
wake up like, fuck this shit, I'm turning on the AC, and they just be sitting there like, I'm chilling, Dad. Don't turn this shit to matter of fact, turn off the heater, we'll still be fine.
Pretty much.
You know, so right. These my babies. I love my babies. I love my babies. I'm sorry, guys. The way you might feel about kids, your nieces, your nephews, this is how I feel about my baby. These my babies.
Yeah,
Y'all know this.
totally.
Y'all know this. Y'all seen them when they was smaller than what they are now. Y'all know this.
We watched them grow.
Right.
We've seen him shedding. We've seen him eating, crawling around,
Mm-hmm.
laying on the bed. Like,
Right.
it's
You
the most
know.
informative snake handling man I've ever met. And teaches you
Oh,
about
Kirk.
snakes and doesn't belittle you.
What's going on, Kirk? I see you over there in the chat. What's going on, Super? I was just spreading love to, other people and supporting, other people I follow. And, nobody was on live, but, I seen the goddess was on live. So I was like, let me go ahead and see what, the goddess was talking about. She's talking about some good stuff. And I was glad, I was able to go through and express a few things. But I seen, this I am come through and I was like, oh no, I gotta come through for this one. What the fuck is going on over here?
I was speaking some British earlier.
In the garage.
I was looking at
Yeah,
myself.
over there
Fucking
in the
shit.
garage.
I was across the pond smoking that wee wah.
Smacking the wee wonk in the back
I
of the
got that
garage.
fucking-
Oh man. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go and put them back up because they up here trying to fuck with my desk.
Ay,
Hey.
bye, snakies. Have a bloomin' onion. Smoke. Smoking. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Control that. Oh, there it is. With the light on it. Easy finding. Oh, I got the little view. Sugar. Oh, yeah, I gotta turn off that. Should you? Oh, I didn't have the hotspot on. Okay. What are you doing, Yappy Dappy? Where's the vibe? You gotta go out or what? What are you fussing about? Little chica? Oh, where's my mojo? There we go. Turn the fan down. Just what? It's distracting, Bob. Bob's your uncle. Oh, nice wife to fan me and feed me grapes. Nah, I don't want to be fed grapes now. Not after demonstration from Root. Funny as it may be. Oh, snap. Oh my God, grape dangling. Grape danglings for mommies and daddies. I need to make coffee. going or what? Nice and cool. Huh? Should I do half in and half out? Arbitrary garden. All the way to the down this shit. Vanilla caramels. Juice.
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir.
Where where did where did the language English originated?
Daniel Webster's mind, as far as I know. When he made Webster's English Dictionary.
What country?
Allegedly America. Like
No, before America.
before that,
You're right, but before America.
Queen's English was Albion. Allegedly. It's tough to say, like a lot of people don't know, but Britain did the same thing the Nazis did. They burned a lot of libraries and books. So it obscured their actual origin. Like the people that were there, they wiped them out and got supplanted, you know? Otherwise, why wipe out the history? If that's your people and that's your heritage, like, wouldn't you keep it around?
So, AKA England Saxons, right?
Yeah.
British, right? England, right? There you go. Thank you. That's all.
The white bread.
That's all. Thank you, bro. That's all.
Why? What happened? Am I right or wrong?
Yo, no, you're right. You're right. Just got into a little debate with my homie later tonight. I mean earlier tonight, no, like earlier tonight. And it's like he started to get emotional, and that's what I was worrying about. And I was like, okay, well, I just started to ask questions rather than propose what I know. Right. You know me, I can get into my questions, just asking questions, and can ask a question that can stop a motherfucker in their tracks. So that's what I did. So, you know, if a motherfucker knows 2 + 2, a nigga gonna say 4 automatically, duh, you know. So now I ask him, since he is African, I said, what's the original name of Africa? Or what was the name of Africa before Africa? I'm not saying the first name. He could have said Libya and he would have been right.
Right.
Africa was called Libya at a point. The whole continent. So I was asking him because he's specifically from Africa, but I know how long he's been in the States. And he's trying to confuse that with the knowledge. Just because I'm from, don't mean that just because you have all the knowledge of there.
No, it's definitely not. How many Spanish people do you know that don't speak Spanish?
Now he's very intellectual. Don't get me wrong, and he has a lot of information on about his land that he have even taught me. You know, because he's originally from Nigeria.
Right.
So we always go back and forth. With a lot of a lot of information, and I've learned a lot from him. But then when we go to this US stuff, he swear he knows more than me. And it's just like, you don't even understand your own oppressors. If you understood your country, you will understand this country because it's the same shit that happened to y'all. So when you're asking me to vote, that's like me going to you and say, hey, these niggas, these two niggas here colonize y'all country crazy. But one of them still have to be your government, your president. Pick one.
Your mind controller.
All right, pick one. So when you tell me to vote for this country, that's what you're doing. You're telling me to vote for the people that oppress me and say, "Hey, we're going to pick two or three people out of our people to govern you." And it's like I'm trying to express, I'm like, "Brother, you're talking to somebody that know who he is. You're talking to a brother that know his lineage. You're talking to a brother that knows his family." And like I told him, the difference is, and like I said, you can go around any nigga that you know in your radius right now. I don't give a fuck your neighborhood, your workforce, anybody, any nigga, and they can't tell you your great 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 grandmother's name and nationality.
It's not hard to find out. Somebody in your family keeps the records.
Facts. Not
I'm
even just that.
great. I did actually meet my great great great
No,
grandma.
no, but check this out. Check this out. The thing is, not even just that. None of these niggas own land. None of these niggas that he know have anybody in their family that own land, right?
Was it all stolen?
Regardless, they don't own it now. We don't know. They don't own it now. But if he knew his great 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 grandmother, he would know. That's the fucked up part about it. So that's the thing. While he would sit here and talk about this land and this and da 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 and laugh at because I say I'm Aboriginal Indigenous, well, none of the niggas around you in your job could tell you who they fucking great 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 grandmother is, nor can tell you their nationality without a European concept, nor tell you their fucking nationality.
Because it's hidden from them, allegedly, which makes no sense because there's genealogy. Like, you should at least be able to go back 100, 120 years easily. That's like barely 4 generations.
He said English was from Africa. It was the slaves' language. Thank you. Thank you. He said it was the slaves' language.
So it's the
After
slave language, but they're
bro,
forcing it on everybody.
but bro, check this out. And this is after he named the Saxons. He named the Saxons before. Way before. After that, we were supposed to stop right there. Nah, he went further. Further into the history wormhole.
Oh my god.
And I was like, that's where you got lost. And I was just like, salute, God Body. What's going on, brother? God Body in the building.
Salute. Put on my first mate hat. Because Max is the captain of this ship.
Right.
Doot, doot.
So, you know, The crazy thing is, you know me, I start pulling shit up, right? So I had to go ahead and just look up, and we all can do this. And I told him, I said, put Anglo Saxons in Google, and this is before I even looked it up. And I said, look them up in Google and find out where they're from. Every question I had never had an answer, but when he had a question for me, I answered it. That was the difference. Then I told him, like, I can show you proof. I can show you where shit comes from. But I didn't ever get no reply when I start throwing out my the proof, you know. So with that being said, it's like, well, if you understand that, well, if you said that these was a group of men who brung up a language and it was in Africa, well, how did the slaves know the language? How did they get the language? It had to been taught. And he was like, no. And I was like, bro, language have to be taught, bro. Regardless if it's your own native language, it have to be taught. Like, and he tried to say no against that. So I asked, I was like, okay, well, you know what? That's cool. Besides that, even you saying the Anglo-Saxons were a culture or cult group who inhabited England from the 5th century. They comprised people from Germanic tribes who migrated to the inland from continental Europe. Their descendants and indigenous British groups who adopted many aspects of Anglo-Saxons culture and language.
And check this out. Here's a good point you might not have thought of. If
Mhm.
they had field guys and house guys, what were the house guys educated to read and write in? Where's that language if they already knew the English? Where's the language that master made them learn that's different than English because English was their African language?
Right. And the crazy thing is, any country that has a language is a nation,
It's
have a
established.
place, name, people. So I asked him, okay, what country or nation in Africa did English come from? Still couldn't say it. Asked him what was the original name of Africa, and I was really being sincere, just asking him. I know you're from Africa, regardless of what information I've researched and find. You're from Africa, and I've known you for over 20 years. So I'm asking you from a standpoint of trying to find out the information because you're from there.
Yeah, what's the culture?
So before the name of Africa that we known of Africa, what was Africa called?
Alkebulan.
And it was a whole bunch of dancing. But if I would have
Ethiopia.
said, what's the capital of Illinois? He would have knew that shit. If I would have said what's 2 plus 2, I would have got an immediate answer. The fact that I asked that one question, which challenged him, and he couldn't answer it on spot, like I answered the questions that he asked, that brung up emotions. That
It
ego
sucks
is
to
a
not know
bitch.
sometimes, but it's like that's life, dude. You can't know everything until you know it. You know?
Right. And I know
Fuck
you
it, man.
from, and it's cool because it's crazy because I'm just like, bro, this shit I've learned from you about this country that I ain't even know. So don't act like you gonna come to my country and teach me about my oppression. That's not gonna happen.
Especially if you don't got the facts, the basic facts of the story straight.
Exactly. Like, how do you mention the people but get the area or the origins of where they're from fucked up? They the ones he literally said they were the ones who it was a group of men who brought up English. Okay, and it was in Africa. No, it wasn't. It was before they got to Africa. You don't fucking plan to go somewhere and colonize and say, "Oh shit, we're gonna do a language all of a sudden right now." No, you did that shit way before you motherfucking started setting sail.
It takes a long time to get language developed and accepted, and like, okay, how
That
long
part.
does it take a kid to master English? Fucking some people it takes them their whole lifetime. So I mean, everybody gets the general usage by the time they're 6, 7 years, but that's a good time allotment to learn something functional.
Mm.
Man, that's
That shit fucked up the rest of my fucking evening. Like if that wouldn't have happened, I would have probably went live. But that shit happened. I was like, "Oh, I can't go live right now."
Paul Mooney said the
Somebody,
exact same thing. He's like, "Am I from England? What language do I speak? English? Am I from England? No." He's like, "Y'all need to. If you're African, be proud of that shit. If you're Jamaican, quit trying to put me down. You know, fucking lay off all that. Like, you know, his
right?
accent, copy
So
paste.
I said, so bro, so the slaves, so since English is a slave language, so the slaves taught each other English.
Yeah,
He said no. So I'm like, how did they learn English? Still didn't get an answer.
I don't understand why people can't accept that not every person that wasn't dark skinned back in the day was into slavery. Like, how many people you know that run farms today? You know,
Right.
imagine back then it was even fewer. And then too, it's like, okay, well, the History Channel and all these people agree that the records of who was a slave and who was an owner exist. And
Mm-hmm.
they had that whole show showing the celebrities that were slave owners, right? And descendants of them. So can't people trace right back to those people on the list?
Right.
Oh,
And it's like, you know what? I'm like, well, if you can't just open your eyes to the information that you've been bullshitted upon, and I'm not saying all your information is tainted. Majority of your information is tainted, just like majority of my information is tainted. The reasons why how I can read so much information and come up with my own because I don't just read. You know what I do? I compare contrast. So out of all the information you have, when have you wrote on a piece of paper this happened this date and read another book? Oh well, this happened this date. So this shit that happened 10 years later didn't even really happen because so and so and so and so and so had these chronicles that happened before. That's the research that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, just reading from a black person or just reading from a European. No, I'm talking about reading from both, actually.
everybody. Any source you can get a hold of, if it has facts, you know?
And the crazy thing is when people come up with shit, if you ain't noticed, but I'm pretty sure you probably noticed, I always use their own shit against them. It's the easiest shit. It's like, oh, you said this, but you don't even understand your own information. Well, since I understand it, let me ask you this question and let me break you down at the same time. Blah, 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 blah. No answer, no answer, no response, but we get some around the bush circle shit. Okay, cool. That's your answer? That's your answer. I'm just not going to go any further in this conversation because I know that's not right. And if that's right, show me proof. And when we get to that show me proof, well, I no, show me proof because I can show you proof of what I'm talking about. So you show me proof of what you're talking about because I don't believe that he say she say that part.
They say
I'm like,
submissive.
right? It's like, did you forget the reason why I have 5 snakes? I don't want somebody just agreeing with me. No. So regardless our relationship, I'm not just gonna sit here and agree with everything you're saying.
You'd be crazy to.
Right. Now it's
Everybody
different.
does crazy shit.
He's from another country. Tell me about your country. Don't tell me what Europeans told you. Tell me what your country on the stories that you was birthed with, the traditions you was birthed with. Don't tell me European shit from your country. Soon, I don't care if you African, French, or da da da. As soon as you tell me some European shit, some British shit, some UK shit, I'm like, I'm done. I can't take you serious. You're representing something. You're not even really taking your own shit serious. I can't take you serious. Reasons why I don't say shit to that fake ass nigga Noon. Why am I gonna sit here and talk to somebody that's fucking with the op? That's fucking with a snake? Why am I even gonna mention your name when you even speak bad about me? Because you want. Thank you for your energy. Thank you, but at the same time, you don't have to give your energy. You could keep your energy at the same time, but you just in the bushes trolling on my shit,
Waiting.
thinking that you gonna interrupt the energy. Well, at the end of the day, your channel is a fail, and you're still gonna come back here next time I go live. Well, not really, because I blocked them, but
You never know, man. That was
yeah,
the learning exercise of the other night. It's like, I
right.
don't know if you heard it earlier when I was talking about, like, you know how when you have your previews on, you see shit scrolling, like
Mm,
it does the. That's when I saw Kirk's name come up, and what it said, it was like some gay shit, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I had to go sit in that lobby and wait to hear everything. It was basically the same bullshit over and over, but then it went into a long diatribe of other crazy shit and bragging about this and that and the other and 9-man team. Like only four
yeah,
of them, five of them made a presence.
that's right.
So it's like
And you
I know
know,
which chicks to avoid now. So that's good in a sense, but I don't know. Just
right,
it sucks doing that. It sucks sitting into it just so you know what's actually being said. You know.
right. But the crazy thing is, if you got a mutual relationship and shit is 100, you shouldn't have to worry about that shit. Shit like them motherfuckers, the snakes, you gotta worry about that shit.
Yeah, that's why
So
when I see
like,
somebody's name pop up on my screen, like, yo, why are you trashing Kirk, man? Kirk ain't done shit to nobody. Guy's
mm-hmm,
cool. He doesn't do nothing to nobody. He's just he's a cool guy. Like, man, I don't like people talking shit like that.
you know,
But now we know. So fuck them. They can go spit eggs in their fucking mouths, play with each other's buttholes, or whatever the fuck they do to kids.
looking at.
This is your butthole after I put my little pyramid dick inside you. Daisy. Bullshit.
I mean, that's just like that's why, as you can see, how I operate. Like, first of all, what have you done for the channel?
Me personally,
No, not you. It's like for the fucking haters out there. Like, what have you done for the channel? Because the channel operates with the people, and the channel do stuff for the people. So it's like, what have you done for the channel? Because if you haven't done nothing for the channel, you haven't done nothing for the people, right?
nothing but
That's what
so
it boils
discord.
down to.
They openly admit to sowing discord.
That's why niggas can't say shit about me. They can't say shit about the information. Can't say shit what I do. They can't say shit about my channel. What they gonna say? Oh, I smoke weed.
Ooh. Yep.
Ooh, I smoke weed. At least I got my own. And every time you see me on the show, I'm rolling my own some good shit that your ass ain't even fucking smoking because you getting some half-ass motherfucking mid-Reggie bullshit.
My shit's so clear you can't see it almost. It's like God's teardrop.
Right. That's why I like mentioning them strands and shit when we smoking, so motherfuckers know. Oh, he's smoking some flight. Motherfuckers can't never say I'm not smoking no flight. You can never say I'm not.
You can
This
see
I
the
am.
food
You're
emojis,
never.
man.
You're never not smoking no flight.
How many
We go
times?
back and forth with these conversations all the time.
How many times have I guessed the numbers on your bud just by looking at the trichomes and the crystals? Like, dude, there ain't no bad weed in Cali.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nobody
And the
has
crazy thing is we've shown our bud and our product on cam
every time.
every time.
Watch this shit. Where's this shit at?
All right, Kurt. Shout out to Kurt. Salute, bro. Peace and love. See you tomorrow, bro.
It is all this year's leftovers so far.
Damn. Damn.
And that's not even like they're all over my drawers and I throw them on top of the bookshelf. But I mean, I'm not spending shit. I don't spend that much. So it's not like
Right.
I spend double on max what I spend on bud any given time. Because I'm really good about like I don't take giant dabs every time. I smoke as needed. Because I like staying sharp and I like staying on the good side of the buzz.
Right.
Ah,
All right. Well, I'm about to digress. Cause I gotta get up. I don't know why I'm still doing up right now.
you had to burn off that steam.
You know, already. Appreciate you allowing me up here on your panel.
Oh,
You
no
know,
worries, man. Anytime.
peace and love. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Air hugs.
Air hugs. Ah.
Get a hold of Cuzzo, man. He ain't replied in like a day or two.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a hold of him. He'll probably be up tomorrow.
Right on. All right.
All right,
Have a
I'll see
good
you.
one, brother.
All right, I'll
Talk
talk to
to
you,
you
bro.
soon. Good guy. Good conversations. Be sure to check out his channel and check out his rhymes and his beats. He's a really good musician. Whether you're into hip hop or not, give it a listen. Show some love. Subscribe, even if you never go back. Click likes on some shit. Support. Support everybody you can that deserves it. And the ones that don't, you know, it is what it is. There's some people that'll never like lemonade. no matter how good it is. And that's just how people are fucking retarded. I don't know, people stop saying retarded. It just means slow. It's not picking on people that have any kind of defects. It's just a scientific word for it. That's the accurate definition, and it's what I would say in the garden as well. Plants are retarded. The plants are stressed. The plants are hermaphrodited. The plants are this. Like, accurate words lead to accurate thoughts, and accurate thoughts lead to accurate actions. Part and parcel. It's the way to be. Solid. Instead of talking about, I built this and we built that, built. What the fuck did you personally build? I've built 35 to 50 homes in my lifetime. I've built foundations. I've helped plumb and level. I've helped survey. I've done fucking telephone work. I've done cable work. I've done heating and air. I've done plumbing. I've done so much shit overlapping and just day to day, just taking jobs and reading up on the internet and then getting my hands dirty. Fuck. People are asking me today when I'm going to take a vacation. I was like, I had a vacation like in 2011. I got a month off. But then I came right back to it. Because I'm loyal, I'm devoted and committed. And damn sure not going to get fucked over by anybody because I don't do anything. Instead of just like being careful, why bother doing anything to have to be careful about it? Just be the best otter you can be. I like being Alexander the Great or Sir Isaac Lime because they had the coolest picture on the package. But I digress. It's fucking hot. I'll kick it to the 3 hour mark. Thank you everybody for showing up tonight. It's always a pleasure to entertain everybody and chit chat. As always, everyone's free to come back, free to jump on the panel. Love me, hate me, bring it. You can only go with what you throw. Didn't see any Kaylee today. Oh, nothing news. They apparently did have some kind of algorithm adjustment because I got a lot better flow in my feed today, I noticed, as well as subscriptions. So that's something to check out. I'm still fighting the little upgrade shit. Turn on your body sensors, like, you know, turn on your own shit. I'm forced to turn on body sensors and no longer carrying the phone with me when I go places. Shit. I'll catch you guys later. Not in the chat. I would honestly leave at home work if I knew I would miss live streams here and there. I know like rocking out the back. Can't stand Incubus, Coldplay, and all the other shit music they play over the intercom. But they do have this one old R&B song. It's like, ba, 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 ba. Yes I am, yes I am. So I'll be walking down the aisle singing, yes I am, yes I am. People laughing, they're like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Mike, you wouldn't get it even if I explained it. Because you're either on the internet or you're not. And if you are, get off. Go get a woman pregnant and have some kids and start a family and raise some crops. I've noticed that a lot about the Africans though too. Like they want to. It's like, okay, so you claiming you got taken from Africa, and I can understand you want some repayment, but the NAACP put out their report, and a couple other prominent black scholars published their findings, and they said there was a lot more dark-skinned slave owners back in the day, and they had no preference who they owned. They just took the biggest and strongest people they could get a hold of and bred them together. Dark, light, in between, everything was everything. And the poor ones or the shitty ones would inbreed them. It was an abomination. That's where the term motherfucker came from. They didn't have a female on hand, per se, or one escaped, I guess. Then they would bag the head and turn the guys loose to, you know. So yeah, if that's who your people were, that's how they came up. You owe some fucking payment. Not in cash. You owe a life debt for every life that was affected by your treachery and betrayal of your own people, your own family. You should owe at least 100 lifetimes for every one, if not 1,000 or 10,000, till satisfaction is complete. Everything must be made to atone. It's the only thing that'll restore order and restore balance. You've got to physically undo the damage done with highways and roads and freeways, blocking the natural flow and breathing of the earth. We have to break the dams, let the water flow where it's supposed to, not to fucking Nestle and Coca-Cola so they can bottle up our own fucking resources and sell it back to us. And any number you name, they're fucking raping us. We filter it. Oh wow, you boil it and you get free electricity from the other shit we have to invest in and never see any result from other than bullshit bills. Double billing. You use the same amount of electricity in June and July, but your bills double. And someone said it's summer rates. And I said, well, summer started June 21st, right? That's still a thing. And yeah, apparently it is. So I was like, last month's bill was correct, and this month's bill is double. And they had no clue. And I just gave up on it. I said, fuck it, I'll pay it Friday. Whatever. There's not much else to purchase that I care about other than electric drums. And it's theremin. I don't know if anybody out there in La La Land knows about the theremin, but it's a little antenna and a little bass. You know, fucking play the air with your hand and disrupt the wave, the sound waves that are in it to make music. There's videos showcasing it and how it's utilized. It's really interesting to me. Dad, I've always wanted to have a harp, but there's only so much you can do with a harp. So it's like, it's not a priority instrument. But if somebody has one and wants to donate it, I will take it gladly. No need to ask me twice. Blended right in with the couch, buddy. Where's the other remote? Do you know where it is? Oh, there's my other remote. I can't play Skyrim. Yeah. Boo fucking who. That's totally convincing emotion. I expect my Oscar in the mail any day now. You mind speaking Swahili? 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 Oh, I see. Somebody took the batteries out and just put them back in. That's why the mic's not working. Derp. Let's see here. No. Okay. One. Two. And button up. I swear I scratched the code of this one. I did. Yes. Go me. Pays to be cuckoo. What is this? 0137. Right? Yeah. Go me. It's almost indecipherable. Seriously, nothing. Nothing. Is that not the right number? Maybe it's an 8. Oh well. It's been a great time. Love you guys. Thank you for showing some support. Sorry if there's any shade or misunderstanding. Anybody has any more questions about it, I'll be happy to explain in more vigorous, aggressive detail on the channel that prying eyes potentially blocked from. That's neither here nor there. God bless. Jesus loves you. God listens to Slayer. Have a great night, America. Peace.